What is going on, fam? My name is Mike Reilley from Reilley's Tasting Room, and today we have Treehouse's infamous Hazy IPA. We have Green. Treehouse has this infamous Hazy IPA called Green, and it is an American IPA coming in at 7.5%. That's right, 7.5. A pretty big hitter for a nice hazy, and I just cannot wait to give this one a try. It has a lot of name under its belt, so let's get into the Green. Cheers. We have Green from Treehouse, and I just want to say, initially from this pour, you got a really good pillowy looking head on there that just kind of just looks exactly how it should be poured, like picture perfect. And obviously it is hazy in here. You're getting that hazy hue, you know, it's a little bit of like that, just that yellow, and it looks phenomenal. Just from the actual smell of it, you are kind of getting a little bit of like a hoppy vibe up front, which you should expect with an American IPA, which this one is 7.5% too. So you are getting a little bit heavier of a hitter for this. And, you know, for a hazy 7.5, smells this good. I can't wait to sip it. So cheers. Let's give it a try. The first initial sip of this, it is very, very hop forward, and it's not a bad thing because you are getting like a couple different types of hops that you're kind of tasting in here. You are getting like that American styled hops that I definitely taste, and then you are getting a drier hopped in the back of that. So you get like that American up front, and then you're getting like still that like bigger hit of the hoppiness in there. And it's giving like a, like definitely more a dry hopped taste, but like it's extremely smooth, and like everything kind of tastes phenomenal with it. Once you get past those hops that you're getting right up front with this, which tastes really, really, really good, you are kind of getting like a slight bitterness on the back end, which just kind of completes it. You're getting like that like upfront hoppy, that bitterness back end, and right in the middle, it's just like a very smooth and like subtle flavoring. Kind of gives me like a, I don't want to say like a lemon lime, like 7-Up type stuff, but like you're getting like that little bit of like a tropical, but a very faint tropical, but you're getting like a lemony lime taste within there. So it's getting a like a tropical vibe, but not too overbearing. This one is more hop forward and bitter than it would be like a huge flavor palette, for me at least. And it's kind of just something that you really like with a hazy. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit of more creamy mouthfeel, but I mean, this is just like your old school hazy styled sipper, and like that's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, I'm tasting a couple different flavors in here now. As it kind of sits and settles and I'm moving it around, you're getting a little bit slightly different flavor palette, but like you're still getting those upfront hops. You're getting the bitterness back end, and I think the bitterness has to do, it kind of gives me like a bitter grapefruit mixed with like a lemon and lime. I think that's where you're getting like the tropicalness in there, and like it's mixing very, very well, but this is more on the hoppier side. So if that's something that you like don't want, like you want a little bit something that's more subtle and creamier, this might not be the go-to, but I think for what this is a phenomenal sipper, because this has been around since I believe like 2012, 2013. And so this is like kind of what helped put the hazy IPAs on the map. I know Treehouse has a couple of beers that kind of put on the map for everything, and this is obviously one of them as well. So getting into a little bit with the Treehouse and this beer, obviously we have the Green can, which is green, has the Treehouse logo on there, and you know that's exactly what you're looking for with the green, and that's just Treehouse to a T. But getting into the beer advocate rating on here, this one is a 100 out of 100 world-class beer, ranked as the Hazy IPA number 4 in the country. We're gonna say country, I'm not sure if it's country or world, but beer advocate number 4, and out of the all-time beers, just not for anything ranked itself, it was ranked a 79. That's right, 79, and this has a bunch of people that have reviewed it. And then on Untappd, it is coming out at a 4.42 average with over 118,000 people that have reviewed it. And I think that kind of shows what type of beer this is. You know, you're getting something that's been around for so long, and you kind of just like expect something so good, and this is it to a T. Yeah, overall, green is a really good sipper. It does mention on here that it does use American and New Zealand hops. So I think those are the two hops. I know New Zealand hops usually are a little bit more drier and kind of give you this taste, which is 110% what I'm tasting in here. So definitely you get that hoppy upfront taste. And then in the middle ground, you are getting like a little bitter grapefruit, a little bit of lemon. I'm getting slight like floral notes within here too. You know, that's what the green's coming from. Maybe it's like that green outdoors, the flowers outside. And then you are getting like that back end bitterness, but I think paired all together, this is just a overall like really phenomenal beer. It's Treehouse's one of their staple hazies, and it's just phenomenal. I think it's really good for what it is, and that's why it's been on the map for so long. So for a Reilley's tasting room review, Treehouse's 7.5% American IPA green, the hazy, is 4.0 out of 5. Cheers.